All right, welcome to our Tai Chi mini flow. We are on the road today. We are in Gainesville, Florida, so enjoy the scenic backdrop here. We'll be somewhere else next week. We're going to go ahead and start. Well, you can start however you like. I'm going to start with my feet together, and I'm going to raise my arms out nice and wide, opening my heart, opening my chest, opening my mind, taking a nice deep breath. And then as I let everything out, I'm going to let my arms float gently down. And then when they float back up, they're going to come up towards the corners to about shoulder height and then curl in just until my fingertips are about to touch, and then flip over and slide down to sink the chi. Beautiful. Another one of those. I like to inhale as my arms go up and exhale as my arms go down. That felt so good. Let's do one more. Ah, beautiful. As your hands come to rest by your legs, take one foot and step out to the side, either side, it doesn't matter. And then those arms are going to float right back up straight in front of you to open the door. Soften your elbows, let everything drift back down. And as your hands float down, your whole body sinks. As your hands float up, everything rises. Like you're a bird bobbing on the waves of the ocean, floating gently down and then up again. Beautiful. One more here. Well, this time as your hands float up, when they get to about shoulder height, you're going to turn your palms so like you're making a big hug, and then open nice and wide. Take one hand and you're going to scoop it under like you're holding a ball. The other hand's going to come on top for embrace the moon. Beautiful. Opening back up nice and wide, still breathing. And then closing. Other hand on bottom this time. Nice and gentle. Maybe rounding a little bit, like you're wrapping your body around that moon. Hugging it in nice and tight. And then releasing and opening. Beautiful. Last one. Opening back up. And this time your hands are going to come back together until your fingertips almost touch. Right back to where we started, sinking the chi. Beautiful. Hands floating up to the corners. One more. Feeling yourself settle and sink. And then your hands are going to float up in front of you again. Palms turning in. And you're going to just start rolling your palms back and forth, close together, like you're rolling a little ball between your hands. How big a ball? I don't care. Whatever feels good for you. Beautiful. Now the next time your hand is on bottom, you're going to drop that hand and come out to the side, like you're tossing that ball away. Wave that hand back in. Push it right over the top of the other hand, and then slide it back. Let's do it again. Drop that hand, toss it away to the side, wave it back in. Beautiful. One more on this side. And then stay with me now, we're going to do the other hand. I'm going to drop and toss away, and then fold back in and push forward. Beautiful. One more, and then we're going to start alternating hands. One side, and then the other. Smooth, effortless loops. We call this one avoiding monkeys. I like to think of it as the stop right there movement from when you're pushing your hand straight out. Perfect. Last one here. And then this time when you toss that hand out, you're gonna leave it out, fold the other hand in, step that foot in, and just sink everything down. Beautiful. That foot that you tapped in is empty. The other leg is full. And you're just bobbing up and down. We're gonna add in our hands now, pushing down with that front hand. Beautiful. One more of those. And then our other hand is gonna wave in towards our face. You got it. Now both hands together. Still breathing, still sinking up and down like you're riding those waves out there with the seagulls. Perfect. On your next one, you're gonna step out to the side and push. Circle those hands back around and push. One more circle and push. Sit back and drag that hand across. You're gonna rainbow everything up and over. Tap that other foot in, keep it empty, and then sink. Perfect. Nice and gentle. You got it. Now adding in that front hand, just gently pushing down like you're pushing down through the water. Feeling that little bit of resistance. And then the other hand starts to flick the water towards your face to cool you off. If you're sitting out on the ocean with those birds, you're getting pretty hot. And then both hands together. Beautiful. One more of those. And then on our next one, not this one, the next one, we're gonna step out and push. Perfect. Roll those hands back and push. We call this one brush knee and a twisted step. Nice and gentle. One more here. And then we're gonna sit back on that back leg, drag that arm across, wave them up and over. And this time we're just gonna drift them back to the front. Turn out for that big hug, open wide, and come right back in for Sink the Chi. Floating up, hugging in, nice, bright, warm energy. Sinking it down to your center, saving it for later. Never know when you might need a little extra energy. And then from here, float those hands straight back up in front of you, coming up to about shoulder height. Opening wide again. And you're gonna take one hand, you're just gonna drop it down and smooth it right across. When it gets to the other side, those hands are gonna change places and both hands are gonna come back. Floating gently, changing shape as they go, like clouds in the sky. We actually call this one hands wave like clouds. Beautiful. Now when we get to the next corner, that top hand is gonna form a hook. That bottom hand is just gonna keep right on going. Beautiful. Keeping that loop going, circling around gently, floating through the sky. Slow and easy. Breathing nice and big here, settling into it. Beautiful. One more. And then as you reach that settling point, we're gonna bounce back and go the other way. Turning our hand like we're dragging a paintbrush through some paint, smearing it across the ocean, maybe coming up across the sky, like the colors blending at sunset. Perfect. One more here. Then you're gonna release that hook, float that hand right on over, and come right back into hands wave like clouds. Beautiful. Now when we get back to that opposite corner, we're gonna make a hook with the other hand. That bottom hand's gonna keep going. Floating through the sky. Maybe brushing gently through the water if you're still floating out there with those birds. Still swaying, still breathing. Settling in. Relaxing down. Beautiful. On this next one, we're going to do that bounce back. So right as we get to that settling point, we're going to bounce back and go the other direction. Maybe it's a paintbrush, or maybe for you, you're picturing a snake creeping through the grass. Or maybe a squirrel running down a tree and running across the yard. Whatever works for you. Beautiful. One more here. And then release that hook. Float that hand right on across. Right back into hands wave like clouds. Oh, nice and gentle. And then when we get to the corner this time, we're gonna bring it up into a hug. Bring that hug back around to the middle. Open wide. And come in for sinking the chi. Right back to where we started. Beautiful. One more here. And then letting your hands rest. Bring one foot in. And I thank you so much for coming to play today for our mini flow. I will see you guys next week.